What's going on, everybody? Hope happy belated Thanksgiving. I hope everybody got enough turkey, ham, stuffing, whatever y'all was doing, whatever y'all had for that seat watching the games. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We definitely got a lot to get into, especially for the Thursday night games and some of the Sunday night games and the previews. So right now, just stay tuned. We're gonna let you know we're gonna put it all on you. So welcome to that fantasy show. Again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to that fantasy show. I'm your host, Ciozi, aka the Prime One, the commish. On this side, we got the OG, Mr. Ron. Hopefully, we'll have Bruce Wayne, aka the Loudmouth, aka JT. He might be doing too much celebrating since his Buckeyes done put that whooping on them Wolverines. So I'm sure right now he probably in the locker room right now celebrating with the rest of the team.
Probably
and,
is.
Giving them all, giving them all the other ones some drinks and stuff they supposed to be having because they got another game.
Exactly.
But we definitely got a lot to get into. First off, everybody, hopefully y'all had a good Thanksgiving. I understand some of y'all fantasy teams are probably looking like, what the hell is going on? Playoffs are actually here, and we need to get y'all set to the point. So let's definitely get into the news and notes first. First things first. The Bills signed Brayden Cooks. I think this is long needed. If he's somebody to actually grab right off the bat, I'm not going to say no. I would definitely put him up. I would definitely grab him, put him on the bench, see how he turns out the first two games. But I kind of feel as though somewhere down that line, he's probably going to be the go-to guy for the Bills because they need their primary defender.
Okay, so that again, they signed who again?
Brayden Cooks.
Brayden Cooks?
Yeah.
Is that a wide receiver?
Yeah. He was originally with the Saints. He's been with the Saints, the Rams, the Cowboys, Jacksonville.
Okay.
And the thing with this guy, every team he's been with, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver.
Really? Okay.
So every team that he's been on, he's ended the season with 1,000 yards.
Okay.
So I don't know why anybody didn't pick him up this time. He was with the Saints, and I just think the Saints wasn't putting any type of work in for him, so he got released. Okay. And the Bills are going to pick him up, which I do feel as though is a great pickup.
Oh, you talking about Brayden? Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about Brayden Cooks used to play for Dallas and the Saints. Short little guy with the speed.
AKA Sonic Boom. Yep.
Sonic Boom. Okay, yeah. That might be a nice little pickup for Josh Allen. Put him in the slot, let him go to work.
Yeah, I do feel as though he would definitely be. I definitely feel he's going to be one of those characters to where they need a primary receiver. I'm not saying anything about Khalil. I'm not saying Khalil Shakir's not doing anything. I'm not saying Keon Coleman's not doing anything. I'm not saying the Dawson Knox and the other Titans aren't doing anything. But you don't have a go-to guy.
You don't at all.
I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like, okay, we're gonna put you in prevent. We just gonna let Josh run the show.
And I'm actually kind of just be real, because that's the type of show we on. We being real. I'm actually disappointed in Coleman, man. I thought Keon Coleman really was gonna be his go-to guy. You 6'3.5", 6'4". What is he? 215, 220. He's solid. Got long arms, big hands, and he can catch, but he just don't know how to get open, or as the professionals say, he don't know how to get that separation.
Yeah. What is it? This is probably his second, third year?
Yes, this is year number 2, I believe.
Yeah. Honestly, I think if they would have kept Amari Cooper, I think that definitely would have helped him a whole lot because I don't think he has any type of mentorship. There's like I said, with that separation and things like that, you have some ways that where you learned in college. Now you in the pros again, to where you have defensive backs that are probably bigger, faster, stronger than they act in the typical college defensive back. So that's where you would need somebody like an Amari Cooper or a veteran to teach you the ways like, yo, how you getting open, how you getting so separated with so and so. I seen how you played with so and so, you was able to get open. Yo, how are you pulling those off?
Exactly.
And I think bringing in Braden Cooks might be that actual thing he can do, because like I said, with Braden Cooks, every team he's been on, he's ended their season as a 1,000-yard rusher, except for his second run with New Orleans because New Orleans wasn't putting him in.
Right.
Well, I was going to go ahead and talk about the actual recaps of the games, especially with the Eagles. The Eagles losing to both Dallas and the Bears.
That's sad.
Now, first things first, we can't knock the two teams that they lost to.
I can't talk because my boys just lost against the Bears.
So, like I said, you can't really take anything away from that, especially with Caleb Wilson. I think he's getting his confidence as a quarterback. He's actually realizing the weapons he have, and I think the coaching is just working so much better now.
Exactly.
Because when I watched it last year, to where they had a chance to beat Detroit last year, and it was just coaching. So I definitely feel as though this year the coaching is actually way improved.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting the confidence to throw the ball. And then on top of that, you have your pick. You pretty much have your pick your poison in the running game and in the passing game, because you still have DeAndre Swift on one end, and then you had the I can't say the dude's name to say the word. It's like Makoska Coco or something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
He's doing his thing with the Bears. And then on the outfield, you still have DJ Moore. You still have Roma Dunze. Luther Burden is actually starting to make some key plays. So, and then on top of that, you got Cole Kmet as your tight end. So it's kind of like you now realizing the actual ammunition you got in your chambers. Exactly. And you just knowing it's like now you're knowing where to aim. And you're pretty much making that way down there. Now,
you got good running backs in the backfield too, with Swift and the other guy, number 29. I forgot how you say his last name.
Yeah. Now, let's start with the Bears. Do you think the Bears can actually make a deep run?
I think to be honest, I think the Bears will make it to the playoffs, but I think they won't probably get past that first round.
Right. So basically, you wild card. They might make it, depending on who they play in the wild card. They might make the wild card, and then next round, I kind of see it that way.
Because they still got to tighten up their defense a little bit. Their defense is looking like Swiss cheese in the front.
Oh yeah, definitely. Next, let's go with I need a drink for this. I ain't bring the hard stuff, because whenever I talk about them Cowboys, it's like a hard pill to swallow. So I'm sure some of these Cowboy fans that's on here, I understand they probably talking about we them boys and hold on. Yeah, hold on. I got one more. I got that one person that keeps hitting me up about this, He hit my phone up now to let us know what's going down. There you go. There you go.
Assholes we got on this ship anyhow.
Yo! Belt the fucking ass on you Redskin fans, man. Any of y'all niggas had something to say.
Hey, what's up, big boy? You know what's up with me?
We breaking niggas' ass. James Daniels, get the fuck on the ground, nigga. McCaffrey, get the fuck out the game, nigga. Fuck it, y'all niggas. Boy. James
Yeah, he was serious about his Cowboys.
That's them Cowboys, you know how they get. But I hate to say it, and I kind of did state this in the beginning, that the Cowboys' success is going to be behind Dak.
I agree with
And
you.
the weapons Dak have, the Cowboys are I hate to say it, I could see them making a deep run.
Yeah.
Again, it's that time of year, so I don't know what it is about the Cowboys to where they look at it and say, okay, you know what, it's time to ride, boys. Let's get it going. And they start just beating teams to where we didn't think they were going to beat those teams. They came back and beat Philadelphia. They stayed toe to toe with the Kansas City Chiefs, and their next one is Detroit. Now you understand Detroit might be having some problems. Can those problems actually be rectified? Because we seen last time they played the Cowboys, they put a whooping on them so bad.
They did. And Detroit, I don't know what's going on with Detroit, but Detroit seemed like they have a constant problem with their secondary, like secondary defenders. Their DBs just keep getting hurt, so then they got to rotate somebody in from the practice squad or somebody from the practice squad, or they gotta sign somebody that's a free agent to come in to the practice squad, then come in and all that. So I don't know. Hopefully Detroit got their secondary ready for these two monsters.
Because you got, like I said, you got Pickens on one end, you got
Lamb
on the other end, and you got
Ferguson in the middle.
Ferguson one in the middle, and then you got Javonte. It hurts my Tar Heels is playing for the Cowboys.
Hey, and then you got little Sonic. I call him Little Sonic because he's little. What's his name? Number 9. Is it? Am I pronouncing right? Is it Tarpon?
Yeah, he has his game. But I love me personally. I'm like, you give him a good hit, all of a sudden he can't do nothing. You give him a good hit, he know what happened.
But you leave that little joker in some open space, he will hurt you though.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah, you won't catch him. So I do it. So since we talked about the actual teams that are making noise, let's talk about some of these teams that are not making noise.
Oh, man.
One, let's talk about these. Let's talk about these Eagles. You're the defending champs, but y'all ain't playing like it
at all.
AJ Green, like I said, Chicago yesterday, and I put it this way: AJ Green had one of his best games out there for fantasy people.
You mean AJ Brown?
Yeah, AJ Brown. Woo! I swear this is just tea. This is tea, nothing else. This is just tea. But I do feel as though you got AJ Brown, who finally had, came out and had a nice little game. 10 catches, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns. But then Saquon and Devontae, it's not. Well, you kind of figured that the way AJ was playing, Saquon really wasn't going to get those touches. He might get a few touches here and there.
Right.
But Saquon is kind of like, he's not being that Saquon Barkley that we knew. Now, as a fantasy player, it's hard to not have somebody like Saquon Barkley and bench him. So, do you feel as though it's time to demote Saquon? Maybe RB2, maybe a flex?
Not at all. Because let's be honest, because everybody know what the man was, what he's capable of doing. He's still a top tier running back. So yeah, I would definitely put him in the starting lineup. And he's always going to do something with the ball, whether it's running, catching it from the backfield, or running a route, or running a wheel route. So he's, to me, I'm gonna be honest, top 3 running backs in the league right now. If it ain't Barkley, Robertson, or McCaffrey, man, you gotta keep them 3 in. Them 3 are always shining. They do, and plus they do the dirty work too, man. They get those little 2 and 3 yards that may not matter, but it really does matter. And they're not scared of, neither one of those guys are scared of contact.
Okay. Yep. True. I agree you a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie. I am probably going to, if I have somebody out there that I notice being pretty hot, I might throw Saquon into a flex.
Would you? Okay.
I'll flex him. Maybe RB2. But I'm gonna need, I ain't gonna lie. if I got somebody that's hot out there, maybe like a who is it? Heck, I'm trying to think who's pretty hot as a running back.
Old boy from Detroit.
Oh yeah, Gibbs. Yeah, you got to get Joshua Gibbs. That's definitely one. We all going to. I am thinking that Christian McCaffrey, Richardson. Yeah, if you for some reason, I'm not going to lie, if you maybe get both of them on your team, you might want to up your game with that division, or pretty much count yourself with a championship.
You ain't lying, boy.
if they let you have that, well, you doing some trade raping.
You about to be hurting a little bit.
Yeah, you doing some serious trade raping. I don't know who on your team and how you talking, but I'm gonna need you to step away from the draft pick.
Like somebody don't realize what they had and they just gave it away to you. Like, ooh, I should have kept him.
Yeah, definitely. I do want to get into the actual Sunday night preview. Some of the actual previews. Sunday night, Commanders play the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Now we won't have Jaden, and my Commanders won't have Jaden Daniels, but they will have Terry McLaurin. The funny thing is that I want to say with Quinn calling the defense plays, I think we're going to see a different type of defense.
Okay. And
I think with the Broncos, in fact, I think Patrick Surtain is still maybe, but if you're in dire need of a defense, I'm not going to say recommend, but I'll put a little thought out there. You might want to look at the Commanders.
Okay.
Now, I will say Terry McLaurin and Debo, they're probably going to be the healthiest that they've been all season.
Mm-hmm.
So that running game just might be something to look at as well. I think hopefully this might be the game that they put it together. I'm not looking at them making the playoffs, but I think that this may be with Mariota as a decent quarterback. This might be where they all put it together. He's had a few games on his belt, so he kind of knows how everybody's working, the rhythm, and I think this might be one of those games. This might be the game of the week.
Yeah, I mean,
I understand
on my other fantasy league, ESPN, I got the wide receiver from Denver, Sutton, playing that night. Get your Commanders.
He might, like I said, that might be interesting because especially with RJ Harvey, that front line, that might be something to look into. Like I said, I do feel as though the key commander players will still be McLaurin coming in, Debo, Mariota definitely. Look for Zach Ertz to get some key touches. The running game is just I don't know about anymore. I thought I had my support with Bill, but I don't know anymore.
Yeah, because he hasn't done nothing in the last 2 or 3 games.
Right, ever since that fumble in Chicago, it's kind of like I don't know if they're not having the confidence in him anymore, or they're just looking to see who else can step up. Because there's one game you have McNichols playing, he's supposed to be starting, but you're doing it. You're putting Rodriguez and everybody else in, and Bill ain't getting no touches. So it's kind of like, okay, with the running game, what's going on? I don't even know who to pick fantasy wise, because like if I do pick Bill, he's only playing for like 2 or 3 plays. Then McNichols getting some touches, and McNichols is barely getting any points. And so, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you're trying to find otherwise who to look at as a for the Redskins when the running game, I will, and I'm a Commanders fan, and that's what breaks my heart to say. Yeah, you got to find something else.
Got to find something else.
You got to find something else. Find available.
So y'all will be probably picking the running back this draft.
I do believe so. Like I said, honestly, I thought they should have did it this year. I thought that they should have shot this shot to try to get Omari Hampton. That was me personally. Because I'm a Tar Heel. Don't hate me. But I felt as though that you had the better chance to like at least get some strong picks out of it. You know,
Right.
Brian Robinson, stuff like that, to where you can move up. Like, okay, I'll give you Brian Robinson and a second round pick or something. You could have did that to the Chargers, and I bet you the Chargers would have took him because they got Najee Harris. They had Najee Harris.
I think not too many good running backs is coming out this year, but I think who would fit good in with Commander's system is one of those two running backs that's coming out from Penn State.
They were looking at him and the running back from Notre Dame.
Okay, then Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, they were looking between them and because that's what we need. It's like, yo, I really feel we need a running back more than anything. I don't care what anybody else says. I think that was the strongest thing we needed. We needed a feature back, just like if you're looking at the NFC East, everybody has a go-to running back.
Yes, they do.
The Giants had Scatterboo.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys had Javonte.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles had Saquon Barkley, and we were still going. And the Commanders are still going by running back by committee. It's like, no, I get the running back by committee, but you still need that primary runner, that go-to runner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Now Monday night, it's the Giants and I want to say it's
Patriots.
The Giants and Patriots. Okay, yep. And they're talking about Jackson Dart starting. He might be back.
He's electric, man. He's an exciting player to watch, but he's got to be careful after that concussion protocol. He's got to worry about his health first, and then his team second. But if he's ready to go, hey, let him play. But hopefully the offensive line will block for him.
Yeah. Because it was funny that I guess people were talking about Cam Scatterboo being on Raw last week. And after he had surgery and they made it to where he had this big fight with the other wrestlers and stuff like that. And I was like, well, where Jackson at? If you got one Blues brother, you're supposed to have the other one.
Exactly. You can't have one without the other.
But I do with this game. I'll admit, I think it's hard to say on this because for some reason the Giants have been stepping up, and the games that they've been losing, it's not as though they weren't trying.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what this game is going to be too. It's one of those to where the Giants are to give it their all. And I think they'll keep it. It's one of those things to where I think they'll keep the game competitive until the actual end. And I think either they run out of gas or the other team just kind of figures out what's going on and they're not able to stop it.
I mean, plus too, you got to think about it. It'd be a whole different Giants team if a lot of their players was healthy. Like if you have Malik and Neighbors that was still healthy, but he tore his ACL. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery, but they're going to have to get more efficient and more attacking to the air. So they're definitely going to be looking for another wide receiver to go with him. And then Scatterboo was perfect. I forgot what his injury was, but
that was that ankle. He had that Dak ankle injury.
Oh man, so yeah, he was doing this thing there for a minute because could nobody really tackle him one-on-one.
Oh no, definitely.
He's just running people over like a freight train.
It was like a party house with him. Woo!
Right. You know what I'm saying? He coming through there like Ric Flair. Woo! Like, man, he make you step back like, oh, okay, he going old school with it, heads up.
Well, and like I said, for those, now, unfortunately, due to the Thanksgiving holiday and me wanting to take care, being with my family, stuff like that, I ain't gonna lie, I got kind of lazy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. I don't have none of the actual graphics. I was supposed to try to do that this morning. And my parents, my sister and my mother were leaving that morning early. So I, wish them goodbye. And I'm not gonna lie, instead of actually trying to be a boss, 5, 6 in the morning, getting this stuff out the way, I kind of made out with my bed and just was done for the rest. Was done to about noon. I had to realize I need to get a haircut.
I feel you on that one.
So I wasn't able to get the stats. But right now, with the First Down Fantasy League, right now, Sip is still running the show. She is still the top dog. And that's the scary thing because that's JT's wife. So she might be Sippy 3 builds. This needs to be.
I just beat the number one player, but then somebody came number one again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now it's notorious, my buddy Eli.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually won the league in ESPN. He's already talking about he wants another belt. But it's one of those things to where it could be anybody's game. Right now, the playoffs are kind of tight. What I'm going to do tomorrow, tomorrow, if y'all subscribe to that fantasy show on Facebook, I will actually put out the standings and the playoff position so everybody can see where the playoffs is going. Right now, who's in the playoffs, who's somewhere near it, who has a chance to actually make their runs. Who are you playing this week?
I got here. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it now. I'm playing. I guess it's pronounced Bohana.
Oh, you're playing JT's wife. You're playing Sip.
Yeah, Sip. Yeah, because I just beat the number one person last week, but now I'm playing her. But if you can see the score, oh man, I forgot what my camera.
Right, I'm about to pull it up now.
You can see it. I'm kind of beating her right now. 69-25. So I've been trying to tell people like, don't slip on me. I'm 5-7, but don't slip on me. But she's
like, all you need is a weigh in. That's it. That's all you need is a weigh in. Right now, Pick has me 36-27.
Mm-hmm.
He still has Brian Robinson, Bucky Irving, Ibuka playing, Waddle, and the Buccaneers. I still have Drake May, Kenneth Gainwell, Justin Jefferson. I had Drake London. He's out. I did a dumb thing. I had Watson on the bench. That'll drop me 27. So what I'm gonna probably have to do is put in Drake. I'm gonna probably have to put in Josh Downs.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, with Josh Downs going in, and I feel bad for Josh Downs because he's one of those players. I don't know with the, how can I put it, with the actual games that they're playing, the way Indianapolis is playing. My thing is that I'm surprised you're not Josh Downs is not getting the touches that he got last year.
Exactly.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking, is this a Duke, North Carolina thing? Because remember, Josh Downs went to North Carolina.
Yes, he did.
Daniel Jones with the Duke. So I got a Duke quarterback thrown to a North Carolina wide receiver. How's that going?
I don't know how that's going to work.
I'm like, you got some kind of a thing on. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, everybody else, he was getting double digits and stuff like that. Now with you, he's struggling.
Exactly.
They said, well, this is because they have better team, that's better. But it's the same players as last year. Only difference that you got Ty Warren.
That's great. That's crazy.
But we are going to cut the show short, especially since you got to make a run and you got to do your husbandly duties, which I understand and respect. But ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you hear from us, like, subscribe. I am going to try to open up. I do want you to, like I said, if you have any questions, things like that, put them on the actual Dat Fantasy page on Facebook. I'm going to try to promote that a little bit more. That way people can actually join in, and that way we can actually have the link from there instead of my personal site. I'm still keeping it on my personal site, and I want to keep the actual main page as well. Hopefully next week we can actually get more into. We'll have the loudmouth there to celebrate. He won't be hungover celebrating,
slobbering all over the place.
Yeah. Woo!
Right.
But we definitely will get into the actual lineup matchups because we understand it's going to be playoff time. Basically, going to be playoff time pretty soon.
Exactly.
We're on what, week 13, and I
Yep.
think week 15 is usually when most playoffs are starting. So we'll definitely get you matched up and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Tell you who's going to be good towards playoffs, who to actually hold off or don't expect too much from. And we'll definitely get into hopefully JT letting us know how bad we treat him wrong because he's not doing his thing in fantasy. If he's doing her thing in fantasy, and how he's doing the thing on ESPN, and I won't promote that, but I will promote it for you. But other than that, y'all take it easy. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.
Peace.